welcome to Under the Arch Sports. My name is David Holdingen, and today we're going to be talking about St. Louis City SC. However, before we do that, please remember to hit subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out our Facebook and Instagram pages. Now, today we're going to be talking about soccer. Reason why? Preseason's just about over, and the soccer season's about to start. The first game is February 25th, and the first home game is going to be March 3rd. Going to be very exciting downtown St. Louis to see the stadium full and the team in action when it means something. Just a little heads up about the preseason. Again, numbers don't really mean much. The games are all friendlies. It's a good chance to see where the team is in preparation for the season. They lost their first game against LA, and then after that, they went on to tie 3 times. Now, none of those ties were 0. They had one tie that was 0-0 draw. All the rest were like 2-2, 3-3, whatnot. So the team is scoring, which is a good thing, and are getting used to playing with each other. It's going to be fun to see how they develop and continue and see if they compete consistently, especially this first year as they're trying to gel and figure out what they need to compete in the MLS. On that note, we're going to talk a little bit about the roster of St. Louis City, mainly the players who have come with experience from elsewhere, especially the European players. We have 4 that came from the Bundesliga. If you're not familiar with that, that's a league in Germany, the top league in Germany, where a lot of young talent gets their start before they move on to the Premier League and other major soccer leagues throughout Europe and even the United States. The first player I'm going to talk about is Roman Berkey. He's going to be a goalie for us. He's number 1 on the team. The next player is Jakeem Nelson. He's going to be a center back for us. Although you guys aren't going to be able to see him or watch him play for 3 months because he's out with a knee surgery. He's going to be number 4. Number 10, Edward Levin is going to be a midfielder for us, one of our playmakers, one of our midfield battlers. He's number 10 on the team. And then we have our forward, Klaus. Has some experience from the Bundesliga as well. We picked him up in the transfers. All 4 of these guys are going to be a lot of fun to watch. Next, we have some players who play for national teams and other notable leagues as well. The next 4 I'm talking about are the other ones that bring in experience and talent to our club. We have Samir Fedorov. He's going to be a left back. He has experience playing on the Bosnian national team. Then we have Indiana Vasilev. He's the only guy who has experience in the Premier League. He played for Aston Villa, and then he's also spent some time with Miami's MLS team. Then we have Najabulu Bloom from South African. From the South African national team. He's another midfielder, young player, has a lot of talent. Looking forward to watching him play. He's going to be number 6. And then number 11, Nico Joachini is going to be a forward for us. And he has some experience on the U.S. national team. Hopefully he can continue developing his talent and make some more appearances on the U.S. national team. And just continue gaining more and more abilities as a forward to be more and more dangerous, not only for us, but for the U.S. national team. With these 8 players and in a mix of a lot of MLS regulars, if you will, that were picked up, as well as some young guys who were picked up through the draft and through the Players Academy. I think this could be a very solid MLS team, and I'm excited to see how they perform once the season gets underway. Some notables about the MLS, for those of you who are unfamiliar, is there are 29 teams in total. There's a Western and Eastern Conference, kind of like hockey. There are 14 teams in the Western Conference, 15 in the Eastern Conference. Some notable teams who are close to St. Louis City Nashville, 5 hours away. They're going to be in the Eastern Conference, and the other one would be Chicago. They're also about 5 hours away, and they're in the Eastern Conference as well. And then one of the newer teams besides Nashville is Cincinnati. All those teams kind of that we see in baseball that we think would be rivalries, we're only going to see like once a year. So while I want to call them rivalries, they're not really going to be, just because we don't see them much. Our biggest rivalry is going to be Sporting KC. They're in the Western Conference like us. We get to play them 3 times. It's going to be a lot of fun, especially if we beat them, because we can talk a lot of trash on KC, because I know they love to talk trash on St. Louis for whatever reason. Again, kind of like the Royals Cardinals series. And when the Rams were in town, you could have the Kansas City Chiefs, St. Louis Rams, Mayor's Cup or Governor's Cup, I think is what they called it. But for sure, Kansas City is our main rival, and my guess is we'll form one with maybe like Colorado or Minnesota or Austin, who are all in the Western Conference as well, only because of the fact that we have to play them more than one time a year. There are 34 games in a season, and the season starts February 25th and goes through October 21st. About 3 to 4 games a month. There's a few months where there's 5 or 6 packed in there, but usually a game a week is about what you're looking at. Kind of a long season goes through baseball. However, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. We'll keep you up to date as the season gets under progress, and I can't wait to see the energy and excitement in the stadium. And I'm also hoping, now that the stadium's open and underway, that we pull a couple of national games too. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch, and I'm looking forward to it. Stay tuned. We'll keep you updated. All things St. Louis. Thank you for watching Under the Arch Sports.